Hi, everybody. This is Joy from Be the Difference, and I'm going to be talking with Wayne. He's actually doing our fourth episode of Our Lives Seen Through My Eyes. And today's topic is going to be about financial education for the lower and middle class communities. So before we actually get into that, Wayne, can you kind of tell us why you feel this is such a pressing need for everybody to know?
Yeah, well, for starters, it's fulfilling a need within these communities. I've been in finance since high school. So I've been in finance since high school. I've been in doing numbers and being in that realm since 12, 13. So I'm 45 now. I decided after about 25 to 30 years of working in corporate America that a job is not really a way to gain or extend or attain wealth. It really provides no purpose other than keeping you at bay to a certain degree. You have a ceiling. Even if you're a high paid income individual, if you're a salary, you still have a ceiling. So, but my purposes for these educational programs are mainly to educate inner city youth, preteen, teenage people, adults, as well as seniors. Because at various phases of our lives, we need to have been planning certain financial safeguards or safety nets. And because this is not something discussed at the dinner table, a lot of times we're looking at our cell phones nowadays.
It's true.
We don't even
communicate. Right.
So I was actually, it's funny, case in point, I was down in Tampa, Florida.
Right.
I stopped at a Burger King because I needed to charge my phone. I was going to my destination, my uncle's house out there. I was 20 minutes away, but I didn't have my GPS anymore, my phone. So, long story short, I go into the Burger King. I see a whole bunch of little kids in there. I mean, like maybe between 11 to 14, something like that. Girls, boys alike. I go up to the little boys. I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? What's going on, guys? I'm the fun guy. I always try to come in. I say that my purpose in life is to bring light to the dark, shed light on darkness. So I like to have fun. I like to party, and I like to make people laugh. I like to meet people. Talk to the guys. I said, you guys have you been reading any books lately? Have you guys? What do you do right now? Oh, we ride our bikes. That's cool. But do you read any books? Do you kind of like exercise your imagination? Your brain is like a muscle, just like your bicep. If you exercise it and work it, it actually develops and becomes stronger. Mm-hmm. So you guys should, just get into the habit of reading more. And then I see a bunch of girls, same age group. They're sitting down at the table. They're not eating anything, and they're texting each other.
Wow.
So it's amazing. Like, what are you doing? Same thing. Pick up a book and, you got to learn a skill. There's, in school, you're only trained for a certain point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're not trained how to be entrepreneurs. We're not trained how to do our taxes. We're not even trained how to garden.
Right.
Things, basic necessity needs. I'd love to know how to grow my own vegetables in my backyard like you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So these things aren't taught in school. I learned how to sew.
Okay.
Even certain mechanic and or trade programs are a lot less active or a lot less, right now. There was a campaign for us to go to college, get an education, get a better job. That was hoopla. 30 years in the game. And I realized it had something to offer, but not anything that was worth.
Now, let me ask you this. As a man,
yeah,
and I'm going to bring this into, is maybe a little controversial,
no?
But the fact that you are an African-American man,
mm-hmm.
Do you think that the education was a little different for you? And also, do you think that the stigma that it's really hard for African-American men to make it in society, is that something that you feel like is a true statement?
No. It all depends on the individual. We all have an equal opportunity in terms of education perspectives. We all have choices to make in terms of what our lives is going to be like. We all have the ability to determine how we're going to attack those things. We have fathers and mothers and older people to help guide us in making those decisions. So, no, that's always...
You heard it.
That's a constant... That's BS. I'm just going to say that because that's nonsense.
Okay, you heard it, guys. This is an African-American man telling you that is BS.
We all are born into this world, and we have all open opportunity to be whatever, whomever, however, attain however we want.
Mm-hmm.
We can go the traditional route, follow the same things that were done traditionally that didn't work, or we can transform our ideologies, or we can change our perspectives, our desires, and things like that. Everyone is different. People, not everybody is like me. What I do is, in my business, is I'm a financial planner. I work with Appreciation Financial. We're currently an authorized 403B vendor. For all of those that know what 403B is, it's teachers' pension retirement accounts. So we assist teachers within the school districts with their retirement. We come into the schools. We provide a free pension review. We do it one of three ways. We can do a luncheon, appreciation. We buy some sandwiches and things. We invite the teachers to come down, have some lunch, sit down. We'll do a first meeting initially to gather information, to basically get the premise of who we're working with, give them an understanding of who we are, why we're here, and then the following would be a solution presentation and then a closure. That's it. And we duplicate that process because the joke within our organization is that we sell peace of mind for free.
Mm.
So at the end of the day, if you're broken in your unknown or dark financial outlook, Appreciation is here to bring it to the light via myself. That's one business. I'm also a broker, and I'm an insurance broker. I provide all lines of insurance in terms of property and casualty, which would encompass house, car, inland marine, crane insurance, bail bonds, and those types of product lines, as well as life insurance products, health insurance, long-term care plans for the elderly and seniors, Medicare Advantage plans. My goal as a brokerage is to be a one-stop shop. For anyone who I sit down with, I can provide insurance, education, and or services. The third business that I've been introduced to, this was as of recent, when I was at an Appreciation Financial, it was a fast start training for new agents, which I am. I just started with them about a month ago. The reason why I chose Appreciation Financial was because I was selling insurance individually, and I was also appointed with one company, Bankers Life. However, in the insurance business, if you're a broker, then you basically work for the client. You're a fiduciary responsibility for the client. So I just need to solicit and shop the best products for my client. Now, as an agent, you're really fiduciary responsibilities to the company that you work for. So there's a term that means captive agent. Now, for my business model, my brokerage firm is going to be called Consortium Brokerage Group. Okay? Then I have Appreciation Financial. Then I have the third business was Legal Shield. I'll tell you a little about that shortly. But let me go back to the Appreciation Financial. That model can scale not from only teachers, but it can go to the police department, transit, MTA, New Jersey Transit, all of these organizations that are unionized and would require some type of authorized person to come in and provide these services for their employees and their members. That's my goal. I'm here to, I've been making friends with police troopers all throughout. I've been traveling for the last 2 months. I went to Jamaica, and then when I was in Vegas, a young lady from Houston, Texas, LaShasha Walker, was in the same training that I was in. She's a young up-and-coming entrepreneur, young potential millionaire, and very, very sharp. She saw me in the meeting and pulled me aside and said, "Hey, I got something I want to share with you." She introduced me to Legal Shield. It's similar to the prepaid legal platform that was going around years ago, and it's been around. It's nothing new, but whatever the Legal Shield. Also, I believe if anyone is ever affiliated with Primerica Financial Services, I believe Legal Shield is a part of their offerings too. However, for me, it makes too much sense, especially as a business guy. There's all kinds of financial transactions that you're going to have to do that will require legal assistance and or legal preparation. I dabble in commercial real estate as well. I'm dabbling with multifamily real estate investments, and those deals can encompass several investment interests, which would require something like an SEC attorney in order to draw up the paperwork to protect the investors involved in the deal.
Right.
Now, an SEC attorney is not something that's very readily available.
Right.
Legal Shield is a membership. It's only $25 a month. Now, that's pretty affordable for most people, right? But then the thing is, the $25 a month is like you have a pocket full of lawyers.
Okay.
You can tap into that network. Whatever legal matter you have, someone will be able to assist you or contact you back
right
or address the matter.
Right then and there, okay.
Now, here I am, a young business guy. I'm building a team of people in Jersey now, in the New York area, New York, Jersey, Connecticut area. And in about 3 years, I'm going to duplicate the process in Florida. I'm looking to go to Tampa or West Palm Beach area. I love New York. This is my home. Been in it for 45 plus years, but quality of life for me is a value and a priority. And I've noticed that I've been to other places where the quality of life is a little better. So that's why I'm looking to make those transitions. But until I build it, I'm not going anywhere.
But speaking of quality of life, what actually made you feel like in your life like you needed to work on your financial journey, financial educating yourself? Like, what was it? What was that pinnacle moment that said, you know what, this is no longer working. I need to do my own thing.
First and foremost, I came very close to filing bankruptcy. Very short period of time ago, maybe less than 6 months ago. Call it November of 2017. I came to a point in my life that I needed to recognize who I wanted to be, who I am, and how I was living. And all of those things didn't jive. I felt I had the necessary components to look as if I'm living a decent lifestyle
right.
and whatnot. The home, the vehicle, bank accounts, whatever, vacations and such. But that wasn't really what I should have been representing.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that we all have special gifts in life. And I think part of our journey is to not only discover that gift, but to utilize that gift for the benefit of others, not necessarily yourself.
Right.
And part of my business model is confidence, integrity, trust, and these types of things is what I foundation my business on, and honesty. Honesty. I realized honesty is definitely the best policy in business and being social with people.
Right.
Even in my relations with women, as a single man, honesty actually really works. So I'm foundation that on my business model, and right now, the way I see how I operate or even meet people, I speak to everyone and I make an offer or I try to advise them on what I'm doing. And I'm doing okay, things are going well, and I'm all for team. I'm all for if there's a success that I'm reaping and I can benefit others or inform them to have them be able to leave legacies for their family or be able to have that financial independence and or even comfortability with their financial outlook. Or if I'm that person that delivers that check to that family that has lost a loved one, and now they have $300,000 or whatever the case may be to not worry, to be comfortable. That's powerful, So in my life, for me, I'm going to just keep it short with this. July of this year, I went on vacation to my home country, Jamaica. Haven't been there for about 25 years. Last time I was there was in 1995. when I graduated college. I kicked myself for about an hour because it was so beautiful there that I literally fell in love again with my country. And now, as being the person who's, I say, living my best life now,
Okay.
I see so much opportunity. I saw beauty in everything.
Mm-hmm.
The people there need help. They don't have programs like we have here in the States and so on and so forth. And they're people too. Like, you know, so I want to do some things now in my home country. The ideology is we come from paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Now we came to make our money in the States. And then, hey, go back to paradise.
Right.
That's the way I see it.
Right.
So,
That's
like,
a lot of different cultures do the same thing too.
Yeah.
They take it right back home and take care of their families.
Exactly.
And everybody gets to live a good life.
Good life.
Yeah.
Because it was wonderful waking up to fresh air, fresh fruits on the trees, and breeze in the gazebo or whatever, you know, just natural living, I love that stuff. And I realized quality of life was the way to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what can you say to someone who may be right now currently just going through a really rough time in their life, whether it be man, woman, or child, or anything? What could you say to them to like really help them decide, like, you know what, I think you're right. I think I might want to start transitioning. What can you help me do?
Speak on it. You know, I would encourage everyone to not bottle it up. Don't keep it in. You know, seek counsel, seek wise counsel would be the words that I would say.
Right.
Because these are lessons that I had to learn for myself. Transitions and things like that. And I feel I'm a semi-intelligent individual. I work with common sense, but I thought that I was able to attack a mental illness issue with my own strength. I was very, very wrong. My wise counsel was my father, a good friend of mine, yourself, as well as several others. And because of the fact that I broke down and was able to humble myself, seek out the assistance, I resolved it. I was able to successfully resolve the resolution. And on a higher level, I realized that I went through, or I am going through these things because my transformation is still happening. The ancestors presented that depression period as a way to awaken me. It worked because the guy, I hit the reset button, meaning the old self died, new self was born. This is the guy who is right here now. You know what I'm saying? The guy July 3rd is gone. People from my past, close friends, they can only equate to the old guy. He's no longer in existence. So the vibration that the new guy presents is not the old guys. And those individuals can no longer vibrate with me anymore. So as a result of that, I realized that this is also a cleansing process. Because those that are still supportive and still with me on the day-to-day, or that are within reach, those are the people that I choose to be like minds, choose to value, choose to build with. The others that are subtracting from my life are being cleansed, purged by a lot of different events going on within my life right now. And this was realized by me last night. So now I can be at ease because I know what I need to do to develop myself, my businesses, take care of my family, and that is to have my own. So it's like, it's interesting. Family members can be toxic.
Right.
And, it's unfortunate, what I'm saying? Because no one needs toxicity in their life.
Right.
And I had to choose to, be that person. I don't need the negative energy. I'm positive energy. I like to make people smile. I genuinely like to help people. It's called altruism. And that's just a part of my nature.
Say that again. It's called what?
Altruism.
What does that mean?
That means that you genuinely want to do things without any type of reward.
Okay.
Self-reward.
Now, that's a message in itself. We can all be that kind of people or person.
Absolutely.
So, that's what humanity, in my opinion, that's what humanity is all about. Like us just working together. And that altruism is something that we all can attain.
Yes.
You just got to give yourself some time to grow into that. So, go ahead.
No, I agree 100%. There's a lot of compassion and, we got to change our desires and ideologies. I think that a lot of our education or a lot of our culture, a lot of our traditions have been rooted in division,
right,
across world lines. It's not just among the Black community or Hispanic. It's all divided. My goals within my businesses is not to promote that. It's to promote unity in some way, shape, or form. I think we had a lot of predecessors before us. King, X, Marcus Garvey, all of these guys. I mean, Dr. Ben, Ivan von Sertima. These are all authors of African American literatures that if you haven't read it, check it out. Dr. Ben is no longer with us. A lot of these men are no longer with us. Amos Wilson, he was a very avid psychologist, Black psychologist, understanding the mechanics of the brain and how we actually think. Buddhism also goes into that. It touches upon the mechanics of the mind. This is where meditation and being able to cleanse chakras and being able to increase energy levels and having spiritual balance comes in. All of these things are a part of our life. And if we're living in a deaf, dumb, and blind type of mentality, constantly having no guidance and visionaries to show us the way or for us to attain ourselves, we're lost.
But in some ways, I feel like people want us to stay lost. But this is good information because you don't have to be lost.
No.
We were never meant to be lost. I think to be whole is to be able to communicate with each other human beings, and help us vibrate, if you will, at a higher frequency.
Absolutely.
So that we can really enjoy what life has to offer and what we really could have. Like, I remember reading, there was a book that basically said, like, if you're a Christian, it basically states that there's like a big room that has, it's a door. And behind that door, all the blessings that you missed because you didn't reach whatever you were supposed to reach.
Yes, I feel that's such a...
And
yeah, sorry.
I was like, no, I hear you. Because I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
There's a door, like if I die, there's a door of blessings that I missed.
Really?
And it's like, I appreciate life as it is now, but there are blessings that I'm missing now, currently, because I haven't let go or I haven't evolved enough yet. Like, please forget that. I want it all now.
I can't, yeah, exactly. I can't buy into the fact that, okay, I can't go to heaven if I don't believe in something. Like,
right.
We're in heaven. The earth is in space. If we all forgot.
It's true.
So
we're just rotating like the other planets.
So what are we really... I don't know. It's just common sense. But anyway, like, people have to recognize that, we're kind of been taught or things have been embedded on us. Certain education, certain knowledge, certain information. What's the source, though? Are we really checking the sources? Are we doing our references? And what I would say that MLA format, with the footnotes and everything, we're really checking into where we're getting our information. No, we're not. A lot of times we're not.
We definitely should not rely solely on what somebody tells us.
Yes.
You should always
research.
And it's but you should always research on your own. And in researching on your own means you have to invest in yourself enough to take the time. Take the time. Like, we rush through life so much that we forget that investing in yourself means taking time, meditating, enjoying each moment, waking up and be thankful for being able to walk, breathe, talk, having conversations like these, helping whoever's watching this, helping you understand that you're not alone in whatever struggle, especially financial struggle you're going through. And if you've been curious and just like at a stumbling block where you're just like, wait, I know there's something different. I know there's got to be a different way for me to function, to be able to make money, to be able to financially secure my future and all of the people that I can carry with me. Well, this is an opportunity now.
Yep.
Feed into what he's saying. He's giving you great advice. I would say definitely go to his seminars, follow him on all of his social medias, because there's always going to be good information, especially since he's an altruistic person who really is into helping others and helping you live your best life.
Yeah. For me, it's I think we have a lack of financial education amongst our youth. My son is 11, going on 12. I've been coaching and training him to saving his money, to try to come up with ideas on how to make money. It's funny, the other day I was at a place and I passed by this bar and there was a young girl out there, maybe about 9. She had a big jug of lemonade with mint in it, and she was selling cookies, and her dad was out there coaching her through it.
That's what you got. That's what
I was like, what?
That's how I grew up.
And I put my son on the spot right then and there. I said, listen,
this is it.
She's out here hustling lemonade and cookies. What do you got?
But even historically.
Yeah.
Historically,
awesome.
In ancient times, even like we had kings and even probably 1 or 2 queens that were kids, that were minors, that were 9. That you had people, even right, and even back in the 50s, you had children who were farming a whole entire
working
12, 13 acres.
Unforeseen hours. That's what, child labor laws were developed because of that.
And there's no such thing. To me, like, if a child wants to learn something or wants to have their own little hedge fund, let them do it.
Yes.
Because they're only going to grow. You're only going to delay the process, and then they'll forget about that and become, lazy and think that, life is just about getting a job, getting up, going to work, going back home, going to sleep, taking care of family, getting married, and that's it. That's not what life is about.
It's about
that may be life for some people, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But for a lot of other people, life is more than just the routine.
Right.
And once you understand that it's acceptable not to be in a routine, then you will be altruistic, and you will also start living your best life like Wayne is.
It's a great thing. Everyone has their time in which they realize their spiritual gifts, natural gifts, mental strengths, so on and so forth, niches, whatever. I'm a creative person. I studied marketing, business, and administration. I've been in finance for 20 plus years. Insurance still falls in the financial umbrella. I am an investment banker by trade. I worked in the risk mitigation function of collateral management for Merrill Lynch, Morgan Stanley, UBS, and a few other major international investment banks. But it wasn't enough. It was just, corporate America is designed to pick and choose success. And I really didn't want any part of that any longer. So my brokerage firm, Consortium Brokerage Group, is in development as of right now. I need to create a holding company that will encompass Consortium, Appreciation Financial Business, the marketing of Legal Shield, which is, again, real quick, Legal Shield was the membership, $25 a month, provides legal protection as well as identity theft credit protection for your Social Security number as a person, an individual, a business, or an enterprise-sized corporation. And when I speak to people, I always say something to the effect of $25 a month is rather digestible versus $1,500, $2,500, $30,000, $50,000 retainer fee, depending on what your matter is, right? So the most important part of Legal Shield is the business building opportunity. If you have 3 to 5 friends who would want to sign up into your organization to market the program, what they will do is obtain their own number, website. They can bring others under them, and here's what happens. You get paid over what they do. as well as everyone else in their organization. It's a wonderful thing. After 15, 20 years, that's something you can pass on to your children.
Mm-hmm. Important. Passing on.
You know,
legacy.
You know what I'm saying?
Legacy.
So so this is what Wayne Anderson's about, Consortium Brokerage Group, Be the Difference LLC. We're here to remind us of the better human experience that we can all experience by just being better. Be the difference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It starts with us. We have to look in the mirror and make our own changes, just like that boxer. The championship boxer is always able to make the adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
If we're not able to see where the flaw is and make the adjustments, we're nowhere. Peace and blessings, folks.
Bye. Thank you for tuning in, and check out the next Our Lives Seen Through My Eyes episode, and it'll be a surprise who we have. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing your wealth of knowledge.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope all of you who are out there, if you need some financial education, please reach out to him. At the end of this video, I will definitely have all of the links to where you can follow him and whatever information he's willing to give you so that you can get in contact with him and start today. Okay.
Well, and I like your boy. You know, I'm in the business of helping people, and I'd love to help you.
Bye.
Peace.